Copyright disclaimer.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill. This is Trying to Stand, where I try new things in pop culture because I've been living under a rock. It's been a minute since I've done just like strictly music stuff, and all these shows were kind of dropping at once and all that, so it kind of just took up my focus, and I kind of liked the break. Speaking of shows, Stranger Things is returning. It brought back to everybody's attention Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, parentheses, A Deal with God. And I wanted to kind of dive into the song without the context of Stranger Things, and then kind of talking about it maybe a little with that context. I haven't sat down and just listened to the song, so I'll be listening to it for the first time and then breaking down some of the lyrics, kind of giving some thoughts and things like that. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, check the settings, blah, 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 YouTube words. My gaming channel where I stream twice a week, Bill Chill Gaming, is linked in the description if you want to hang out with me there. There's also my merch store, thethirdbill.com. I've got shirts and stuff. That's fun. And speaking of the description, there's also a link there to a card that will send you to resources for social awareness and education, mental health, crisis lines, Trevor Project resources, things like that. Should you or someone you know need them. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll be watching the official music video for Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, parentheses, I almost said A Deal from God. I don't think that makes as much sense. God didn't want to handle these legal documents and send it to me. Running Up That Hill, parentheses, A Deal with God, the official music video. Is that consensual neck touching? Okay. We looked like we were struggling. Ooh, okay, choreography. Ooh, I love your voice, but oh, we okay? Oh, wow. Ooh, that's gorgeous. The visuals and the music. Oh, thank you. I love how soft but determined this feels. Oh, be careful. Did we die? Were we having an experience, or did we go ghost? Ooh, again, soft, but that determination. Ooh, I'm okay. Well, oh God, I was gonna say while she's trying to explain a feeling or something, and then getting pushed away. Hello? Ah, oh my God, Ooh, there we go, thank you, that thunder percussion. Ooh! No, now it looks spooky. Something, save me from Vecna, something. Oh, shit. You know, I was kind of hoping it was a little more positive than that, but that's on me. My brain lives in Candyland, where everything's just okay. Hello, I really don't want an ad right now, thank you, but ads are important. It's how I pay for food and stuff. Before looking at the lyrics, I think it's nice to kind of remove the context that Stranger Things does to it, because your own takeaway and interpretation of a song, personally or artistically, like, that's totally fine as long as you're just good to yourself and others. I appreciate being able to just focus on the song as well as the story from the choreography and the visuals, because I was kind of worried it was going to be a song tackling death. The ghost moment really startled me. I'm not in the mood to talk about death. You know, like, with the lyrics obviously and everything, like making a deal with God to do something not possible. I wish I could just give you my perspective or insert my experiences into your brain so we could just understand each other better. Seeing it reflected in the choreography, there's times where like that guy's back is to like the window as like the lightning comes crashing in, and the way that it's lit, there's a lot of times where even though he's like following her movements and everything, he's lit a little darker, he's pushed away from the light, she gets drowned by bodies with his face and then bodies with her face. It just started to really read to me as like, I wish we could experience each other's lives. Like, it felt like wanting to be seen and wanting to be understood, and kind of, in a sense, wishing for something otherworldly to help us feel each other's feelings and, like I said, see each other's experiences. It moved to me into this realm of wanting to understand, and I don't know, like, I'm outside looking in on a lot of things that, you know, just people in my life or people in the world experience or struggle with and deal with. And like, it made me think of, on top of wishing I could share and express how I'm feeling directly and intimately, because it's so hard for me to articulate myself in my personal life. In here, no one's talking back to me. Not until the comments. The POV of the song is wanting, obviously, to be understood. Everybody wants to be understood, but also that feeling of wanting to understand. There's just things that you just never will without just living the life and experiences of somebody else. There was something so determined about it, though. Like, it also wasn't a resignation of, well, you'll never understand me, so I'm done trying to explain it. I loved this rise and build of still insisting on, like, even though I can't put your brain inside of my life and my life inside of your brain, still trying to find a way to make that happen, or do as close as you can to that possibility. And then the choreography being so intimate, as well as the lighting and pushing each other away, or being pushed away, or being swept away by other things. It gave this feeling of somebody who already knows you and wishing you could express more. The other person's experiences sweeping those away. Like, you've experienced and seen something so different than me, and still trying to get them to understand or help them understand. Wishing that you could do it in the most perfect way to get somebody else to get it, but even if they get it factually on paper, it's still not 100% the same. And it really yields this isolated feeling. The intimacy of it aside, it makes me think of, like, listening to things that my grandma has told me, or my sisters, or anybody. Like, you could really feel the pain of not being able to connect these threads while also being determined to find a way to do it. And I loved that. I loved that drive and that burn. It still lives in this world of the pain and the experience that the POV wants to share. Holy damn. Let's take a look at the lyrics. Do you want to know that it doesn't hurt me? Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't hurt me. Do you want to know how it feels? Yeah, like I said, like, wanting to somehow describe or share this experience for somebody, starting with the sentiment of whatever the topic or conversation was. It's already something that the POV is, like, not complacent to, but, like, accustomed to, it used to. This is like a bit of like a numbing, oh, this happens to me all the time. And not in a way of, and it doesn't feel like, ooh, this will be my revenge, you feel my pain, but it's like, to articulate it. It feels to me like the POV is talking to somebody who wants to understand too. Like, it's so that soft, smoky kind of texture to the vocals and the music until the percussion really starts to kick in. It feels like it's coming from a calm place of, like, I want you to understand this too. We're never going to truly be on the same page unless you've been me. And I don't get the sense of giving up on that notion either. It's not resigned to, we will never know each other. There's only so much we can understand. I wish I could give you that perspective. You don't want to hurt me, but see how deep the bullet lies. Whatever started this feeling of disconnect, again, it doesn't feel hostile or aggressive. It feels unintentional or even ignorant. Come on, angel. Come on, darling. Let's exchange the experience. Yeah, okay, literally right there. I thought I was saying something really profound. The song was already doing it for me. I'd be running up that road, be running up that hill. Like, running up that road, running up that hill makes me think the obstacle, right? The hill, but also the road. Like, wanting to share all of this, wanting to experience, wanting someone else to experience all this, or even wanting you to understand somebody else. Because it's not, if I could make a deal with God, I would put you in my brain, you would take my place. It's, we would swap places, right? I wish we could experience each other like this and get to know each other deeper and better. The choreography makes me think this is a romantic pairing, but it doesn't need to be limited to just that. And it's a desire to also experience someone else's experience, feel someone else's feelings, as well as have yours be experienced, interpreted, and understood. It's a desire for connection, and I love how universal that can be, wanting to be understood and wanting to understand. You know, while running up that hill and running up that road, like, I want to experience the highs and the lows, the easier parts and the harder parts. It also makes me think of that work to still try to connect despite the fact that we can't literally inhabit each other's bodies. It's brimming with not only pain but also compassion, and I think that's why I like the flavors and the textures of the song itself. I love, like, incorporating, like, the thunder crashes in there too. Like, again, it makes me think of different emotional levels, different intensities, not just feel my pain but feel who I am. Oh, there is thunder in our hearts. Is there so much hate for the ones we love? Yeah, holy crap. Again, doesn't remove validity in how you're feeling, but that lack of direct intention does mean something. Unaware, I'm tearing you asunder. Well, yeah, good. you've said it all for me. I feel like me talking about it is so useless in a good way. Like, thank you for being direct. Like, it's not hidden in much metaphor. That's such a beautiful and admirable thing to be so direct about. Thank you. Is there so much hate for the ones we love? Oh, tell me we both matter, don't we? Sorry, it really didn't pick a good time to be listening to and breaking the song down. Aren't we both important? Aren't both of our feelings important? Our experiences, like wanting equality, safety, understanding, and that spreads into so many different issues and topics. Like, that's again, there's something about that, like, shared pain. Like, I not only do I want you to feel important, but I need to feel important as well. To you, to myself, to everybody. There's always going to be imbalances, differences in our perspectives and experiences and opinions, and wanting to just articulate it, show it, more than just wanting to understand the response I had, or what you did, wanting it to be felt and shared. Where is it? There's thunder in our hearts. Like, there's pain there. There's a response, an impulse, and thunder. It's natural. Like, it's an understanding of both the intensity, but also it would seem like a natural event like thunder if you understood everything. The feeling wouldn't shock you. You wouldn't have to think twice, or you wouldn't unintentionally like hurt me like this or hurt each other like this if we fully knew and grasped and understood each other. Yeah, running up that hill with no problems. The work being put in to try to understand and figure each other out and be there for each other and support each other. It would be less work if we could just make that deal and swap places and experience it, right? And there's something so malleable about it too, to so many different, like I said, experiences and situations and desires, like craving that for yourself, as well as wanting to fully and truly express yourself or understand something, like wanting to feel it. There's a lot of love there. Again, platonic, romantic, personal, even wanting to understand yourself, to understand and be understood, to see and be seen. I love that. It kind of bums me out when I link it back to the Dear Billy episode of season 4 of Stranger Things. It's not really a critique, it's just a thing I felt with the episode of Stranger Things, Dear Billy, where this song is featured. I was always bummed that it was like the headphones and we have to think of her favorite song, because in my mind I thought it would already be ready to go in the Walkman, but like unplugging the headphones, pressing play, it's already there. It's your favorite song, it's your go-to song right now. Like, it would be on lock and on load. That's how I would use a tape player when I was a kid. And I wanted everyone to be able to hear the song, and while you have Max, the song that would save you from Vecna, right, getting out of the Shadow Realm or whatever, but then also having all the other characters hear it, I think that would have complemented this song really well. And I just had that thought when I watched the episode, because that's how I do my content. I like listening to other people's songs. I like picking apart things, and obviously I'm projecting what I like to do with my content, listening to songs and thinking about the experience in the song, other people, things like that, as well as myself. And so I wanted everyone to listen to it as it played, like more in speaker mode, right? Or a say anything moment where they're holding a little Walkman over their heads, which I don't even think Say Anything came out then. Like, I feel like that would have fit so well, because it is that moment of not only wanting to be seen and understood, and also wanting to see and understand. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I hope that we kind of touch back on that, because it's interesting that it's both. It's wanting to understand somebody else, whether it's Max wanting to understand Billy, or everybody wanting to understand Max, or Max wanting to understand how everyone else has processed and coped with all the supernatural and traumatic things that have happened. It's interesting kind of reinserting some of that context. I do a video about it if people want to see a Stranger Things video from me, but I really wanted to listen to the song. A lot of people have been talking about relating to it. People in my life have been talking about relating to it, and I'm like, I should just sit down and listen to the song, and I'm glad I did, because holy crap, it's beautiful, and it hurts, because it's so true. And like I said, it makes me think of hearing stories from, my sisters or my grandma or my friends, or reading things online even. It's like wanting to understand as well as wanting to be understood. I love how soft and inviting it is. Like, this could have been such a upbeat pop kind of feeling to it. It could have a lot more energy and juice to it, taking that into a soft, welcoming, thoughtful place, both internally and externally, for yourself as you consider yourself or other people, and for other people as they consider themselves or you. It's welcoming, it's warm. I love that. There's also an element here of wishing you could also take the bad away, like, as well as run up that hill together, run up that hill for you to understand you, but also run up that hill to alleviate pain or hardship. I wish I could make things better. I wish I could understand. I appreciate this existing, and I love that it's something that's taking presence in everyone's lives now. It's beautiful to see it have such a warm and inviting message and get such a spotlight. There you guys go. Those were my thoughts on Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, parentheses, A Deal with God. I'd love to know what you guys think. I just wanted to do something, a little shorter and about music, kind of dip my toe back in there, see if people are interested in me talking about music again. I appreciate everybody being patient with me lately. There's just been a lot of stuff going on personally as well as universally. So I just want to say thank you guys for your patience and your support. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts, whether it's on something I said or your takeaway from it, in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And don't forget there is a link in the description to a card that was named resources for social awareness and education, mental health and crisis lines, Trevor Project resources, things like that. Should you or someone you know need them. Be safe out there. Be mindful of others. Wear a mask if you choose to go out. And remember to take care of yourselves, please.